Number 5. The delegates to the international conference were at odds with each other all weekend and seemed completely incapable of refraining from blank. So your trigger here is comma and. So they're at odds with each other and they're incapable of refraining from doing something. So your hint is that they're at odds with each other. Clearly they're butting heads. So that means that they're incapable of refraining from fighting. So they're not capable of refraining from fighting. So that is what we're looking for. So now looking at your answer choices. Jubilation. Maybe a mystery, so I'm going to put it in with a question mark. Then derangement. Might have heard it in a movie, might not. We're going to leave that in. Altruism. One of my other favorite words, but you probably don't know it, but you will, and you better not forget it. And negotiations. So negotiations, as we said back in Drill A, could either be positive or negative. You could have a negotiation for a later curfew, which would be good, or you could have a negotiation that results in you being sent off for a weekend of SAT prep somewhere, which might not be that great unless I'm your teacher. So negotiations, neutral word. We can get rid of it because it doesn't mean fighting. And then the last word is bickering. I'm sure that you've heard this word kind of out of your parents' mouth at some point in your childhood, especially if you have a sibling, because it means petty little fighting. And so if these conference delegates are at odds with each other, then they're going to be incapable of refraining from this little petty fighting. So that is our answer. But just to go through all of these fantastic SAT words that you should be writing in your vocabulary journal. Jubilation. Jubilation means super, super duper happy, like a jubilee, or jubilant. My name is Jessica, so as a kid, when they asked you to pick out an adjective starting with the letter J, there were very few. I always thought of either jubilant or jelly bean. Clearly, jubilant was preferred. So jubilant is a really happy, positive word. Definitely not what we need, but a really good word to know. So you can get rid of it on here. Derangement. If you're deranged, it means you're absolutely insane and crazy. So that has nothing to do with the fighting, but deranged is like just totally whacked in the head. Then altruism is a fantastic word, and it means completely selfless, which is the opposite of being selfish. So if you are altruistic, you're doing things purely out of the goodness of your heart because it's the right thing to do, and you just want to make other people happy. The opposite of altruism is a word that's also a fantastic SAT word, and it is hedonism, which I will write here. So hedonism, it means that everything you do is for yourself. And you're really selfish. All you want to do is to please yourself. So you are partying, you're buying yourself presents, you're traveling, you're not thinking of anyone else, you're totally hedonistic. And there's actually a resort down in the Caribbean, I believe in Jamaica, called hedonism, and you can only imagine what goes on there. So hedonism, another great SAT word. I'm sure you're going to Google hedonism the resort after this.